are in a church, we want to keep the tradition of this church, but if you have a different tradition other than Christian, we want you to pray and to move in the tradition that feels right for you. Okay? Lord, we thank you for this time that we have together. We thank you for this church, this opportunity that we have. We thank you for these graduates. We thank you for the people who stand, whose shoulders they stand on, so that we can make the difference. Now we ask your blessings upon our time together. We ask that you would bless us, keep us, and guide us, even when we leave this place, even as we move back to the different things that we're going to do in life. We thank you for the Peralta Community Colleges. We thank you for Laney. We thank you for Merritt. We thank you for Berkeley City College. We thank you for the College of Alameda. We thank you for all that Peralta does to prepare our scholars to move into the world, to become great. And so we ask these blessings in the name of Jesus. We say amen and ashe. You may be seated. So we're going to actually move forward and bring up our person in the personality of Mr. Greg Hodge, Esquire. He is some of a million things, but today he is and will be doing our libation. Attorney Greg Hodge.
Good morning. If you feel good this morning, say ashe. If you are proud of these young folks and not so young folks that are here graduating, say ashe. We give thanks for another opportunity to be with each other. Just look around and kind of see who's here. You get to witness the beauty and the intellect and the joy in this room on this day. We stand on tradition. And as Brother Van Hook said, you know, we're in a sacred space. And the way that we do things as African people, and don't be confused when I say African people, because if you're black, you're African. You might be an Oakland African. You might be a Nigerian African. You might be like me, a Pine Bluff, Arkansas African, but you are African. We give thanks for our heritage this morning. We stand on tradition. And in the tradition, we asked our elder for permission to continue, and she said yes. Give her another round of applause. In the tradition, we take a few minutes to acknowledge those ancestors that went before us. Because you are not here on your own steam. You are here because somebody prayed for you to be here. You are here because somebody manifested you from 5, 6, 7, 8 generations ago. You are your ancestors' wildest dreams. By all accounts, if you're black, you're not even supposed to be here. They tried to kill you. They tried to rape you. They tried to torture you. They tried to enslave you. They tried to sharecrop you. They tried to reconstruction you out of existence, but you are still here. And we say ashe. We give thanks today because we are on Native American territory, unceded land. The Ohlone people, the Muwekma language speakers, we're on their land. And so we give honor and praise to those Native American ancestors, and we say ashe. We pour this libation today for those ancestors who are in the Asian Pacific Islander community. Our brothers and sisters who came here to farm, to build railroads, to contribute to this country, and for them we say ashe. We pour this libation today for our Mexican-American, Aztlan, Chicano, La Familia. We got a bunch of narratives going around about people crossing borders, but this was Mexico. This was Mexico. Ain't nobody crossing no borders, the borders cross them. For them we say ashe. We pour out a libation today for our European brothers and sisters, the ones who are really willing to get down with us. And some of y'all have heard me do this libation before, and I know that, you know, sometimes like, why are they talking about white folks? I'm talking about John Brown type of white folks. I'm talking about Elijah Lovejoy type of white folks. I'm talking about allies in solidarity with us, with our struggle for liberation. For them, we say ashe. We pour this libation today especially for the Africans, for the black folks, for the folks who have come here and despite all odds been able to succeed. A libation is about remembrance, reflection, and renewal. We want to remember who we come from. Those great-great-grandmamas who made sure that we could eat off the scraps of somebody else's table. For them, we say ashe. We pour this libation today for those fathers. Those men had 2-3 jobs, working the day shift, the night shift, and the in-between shift, making sure that food was on the table, making sure that we knew the difference between right and wrong. For them, we say ashe. We pour the libations for those black men who were known as by their initials, AD and JW. And when you would ask them, what's the AD for? The AD stands for AD. We say ashe. We pour this libation today so we might reflect on who it is that we are. Some of y'all are coming out of the cosmetology program and you have to pay honor to Madam C.J. Walker. And we say ashe. Some of you are coming through the psychology department and you have to pay honor to Dr. Asa Hilliard and other African-American scholars who are ahead of their time. We say ashe. Today you have to pour a libation for those people who were builders, people who were general contractors, people who built things, brick and mortar. We've been building stuff for a long time. Those pyramids did not get built by somebody from space. That was black people, and we say ashe. We pour this libation for our ancestors so we might remember, reflect, and renew, and think about, as we sit here today, all of us have a reason for being on the planet. We have a deep divine purpose for being here. If you haven't figured out your purpose, keep searching, keep asking, because somebody is looking at you as an example. Somebody is looking at you as a role model. Somebody is looking at you as a mama and them, an auntie, an uncle, a big baba, whoever it is. Ashe. And for all those ancestors, those people who didn't make it here today, just call their names out. Oscar Grant and Trayvon Martin and Breonna Taylor and people in our history who didn't make it. Call their names out today. Bring them into this. Ashe. Ashe. And for all of those ancestors whose names we may not remember, but in whose spirit we showed up today. In whose spirit we showed up and make good trouble. As John Lewis said, making good trouble in the world. To be fully human. To not let anybody define us in names that we are not. It is not what they call you, it is what you answer to. We say ashe. Ashe, ashe. Congratulations, y'all.
All right, class of 2024, how are you feeling? Oh my goodness, oh what a happy day, a day it is. It's such an honor to be here as we gather to celebrate this momentous occasion. This is the day. This is a blessed day, a day of celebration, reflection, and anticipation. You all worked so hard to get here, and in just thinking about the theme of our graduation today, how it's stepping into our future, inspired by our past. And as we heard, Craig Hodge, you covered a lot of the folks I was going to bring up today, so I'm not even going to go there in honor of our time, because I know how we can go long in our beautiful churches, but this theme encapsulates a really special moment. It reminds us that our journey is not our own, but is deeply rooted in the sacrifices and triumphs of those who came before us, as you already have heard. And it's upon this legacy that we build our dreams. Our ancestors who endured unimaginable hardships, and I'm going to keep it short, paved the way for us to stand here today. They knew that our sacrifices were foundational, which future generations would build. And we all have built, you are here. Before we look ahead, let's just take a moment to truly appreciate where we stand. Each and every one of you, I know have faced challenges that tested your resolve. You balanced academics, work, family, personal growth, housing, transportation, childcare. You navigated through systems that were not always designed with your success in mind. These systems wasn't for us. It wasn't created by us. And yet you are here, stronger and wiser. Let's take a moment. As we celebrate the 16th African-American, I love you said African and American graduation, let us remember that the milestones like these are not just our personal achievements. They are community victories. The age of 16 often symbolizes a coming of age, a transition into greater responsibility and maturity. Similarly, this 16th ceremony marks a milestone of continuity and growth for our community. It reflects the long-standing tradition of recognizing our excellence and persistence in education year after year. Y'all are breaking cycles. You are breaking cycles for generations to come. A grand celebration transforming our generations. Consider the legacy of Oakland's own trailblazing like Huey P. Newton, Bobby Seals, Angela Davis, and countless leaders who have fought tirelessly for justice and equality. Their collective courage and dedication have paved the way for each and every one of you standing here today, myself and all of us who are here to celebrate this moment with you. They remind us that every step we take forward is grounded in the strength and resilience of our community. As you step into your future, remember the shoulders upon which you stand. Remember the stories of those who came before you, their struggles, their victories, their unwavering hope. And let those stories inspire you to dream bigger, to strive harder, and to never settle for less than what you deserve. Your past is not just a series of events. It's a source of strength, wisdom, and identity and dignity. I want to share a quick personal story. I grew up in Oakland, East Oakland to be specific. Navigating the challenges of a young mother of 4, the odds were stacked against me. And there were times when the struggles to survive within these systems felt overwhelming and unbearable. Balancing motherhood and work and my education seemed almost impossible. But I never gave up. With the power of the Almighty, the guidance of our ancestors, and the unwavering support of our community, I persevered. And I stand before you today not just as a survivor of those challenges, but as Dr. Joya Chavrin, a proud holder of a doctorate in education. Thank you. My journey is a testament of the fact that no matter how insurmountable the obstacles may seem, with resilience, faith, and support, we can achieve our dreams. I share this story, my story with you to remind you that your struggles do not define you. They prepare you for the greatness that lies ahead. As you reflect on your accomplishments, take pride in how far you've come. You have shown resilience in the face of adversity and determinations in the pursuit of your achieved goals. Y'all graduating. You have demonstrated that you are capable of achieving great things. Your future is a blank canvas, and you have the power to paint it with the colors of your dreams. You are stepping into a world that needs your brilliance, your creativity, and your leadership. You are the future, and the future is bright because of each and every one of you. And as you move forward, I encourage you to carry with you the lessons you have learned, embrace the values of your hard work, your integrity, and remember the importance of our community and supporting and uplifting one another. Our strength lies in our unity and our ability to come together. In your journey, of course, you will face new challenges. It ain't over, y'all. There will be times when the road ahead seems uncertain, when the weight of the world feels heavy. In those moments, draw on the strengths of your ancestors, from your past, from the stories of resilience and triumph that our heritage has provided to us. Remember that you are not alone, and you are part of a rich tapestry of history and hope. And I don't believe he brought you this far to leave you. So just thinking about as you continue, education is a lifelong journey. Don't stop. The knowledge you have gained here is just the beginning. And second, just be true to yourself. In a world that often tries to define us, it is important to know who you are and stay true to your values and embrace the unique qualities, your passions, and of your dreams. Do not be afraid to stand up for what you believe in and to speak your truth and be unapologetically you. Yeah. And third, give back. Use your talents, your skills, and the resources to make a positive impact. And remember that success is not just about what you achieve, but frankly, what we achieve. Y'all must represent. represent. And lastly, I want you to take care of yourselves. Your well-being is essential to the success and happiness of you. Prioritize your physical, your mental, and your emotional health, and practice your self-care. Seek out the support. You have many people who love you, who are here to celebrate with you. Reach out and make time for the activities that bring joy and fulfillment. As you step into your future, I want you to know that you have the power to create change and to break down barriers, systemic barriers, residual barriers. You are the embodiment of hope and possibility, and the future is in your hands. So in closing, I just want to leave you with a quote from Dr. Akbar, a distinguished Africana psychologist, who said, "We are all born with the gift of potential. Our ancestors knew that. They taught us that the only limitations we have are those we place on ourselves. So break free from those limitations and soar. I need you to soar, class of 2024. You see how that rhymes? Graduates, you have shown us what you're capable of. Now it's time to take the next step. Step into your future with pride, with confidence, knowing you are a legacy of a remarkable past and the promise of a brighter tomorrow. Again, I need you to soar. Congratulations. The future is yours. Go create it. Thank you.
I would like for you to stand and welcome our new chancellor. She's not no stranger to this district, but she's now the commander-in-chief. And if you would stand and welcome her and give her an applaud. This is her show, and so she would like to come.
Man, Commander-in-Chief, well, please sit down. Please sit down. Thank you so much. Dr. Van Hook, you're hilarious. It is certainly not my show, let me tell you all. But good morning. It's my privilege to be here with family, friends, colleagues, and community in celebration of our distinguished graduates today. First, even though he couldn't be here today, let me thank Bishop Lawrence and the Evergreen Missionary Baptist Church for welcoming us with generosity and love to this beautiful place of worship, right? And Thanksgiving. We are grateful for the partnership and the leadership. Second, I want to express my deep appreciation to the Peralta Association of African American Affairs, lovingly known as PA, and specifically to the members of the African and African American Graduation Committee for their tireless efforts in organizing this ceremony today. Thank you, Rose Allen, Ramona Butler, Douglas Cobb, Doris Hankins, Hope Lane, LaShawn Brumfield, and finally, Dr. Lawrence E. Van Hook, our Master of Ceremonies today. I'm privileged to be here on behalf of the Board of Trustees, district and college leadership, and I want to take a moment and a point of privilege to introduce them to you today. We have Shawit Yohannes, Trustee Shawit Yohannes. We have Vice President of the Board, Louis Quinlan. Deanna Delphine Polk, Trustee. And Naomi Vasquez, your student trustee, representing the voice of 33,000 students graduating this year and going on to UCLA. We're so proud of her. And I also want to take a moment of privilege to introduce the college presidents who are here with us today. Dr. David Johnson, Merritt College. Dr. Rudy Besikoff, Laney College. And Dr. Denise Richardson, Berkeley City College. And then I'm going to ask my other colleagues from district leadership to please stand, folks and all of our volunteers and everyone. Thank you so much for your incredible leadership for us. So, graduates, now I get to you, right? Graduates, today is more than a celebration of your academic achievements and accomplishments, but a recognition of the winding path you've traveled to get here today. Let's make no mistake, it's the path your ancestors dreamed for you. It's the path many of them couldn't traverse, but they could see in their mind's eye. It's the proclamation of your inherent beauty, intelligence, tenacity, and creativity. Today is the recognition of your perseverance, patience, and purpose that helped you arrive at a deeper understanding of what you are learning about yourself, about the world around you, the spaces you occupy, and the wondrous journey of you. Much like the remarkable dragonfly, you are not only a marvel of nature, but a symbol of transformation and change. You are, absolutely. I see you over there. I've been watching you. You see, unlike what many of us learn about the metamorphosis of a butterfly, right? I just want to say, unlike what a butterfly must go through in order to come to life, the lesser known metamorphosis of the dragonfly doesn't have as many stages as the butterflies. But see, as the dragonfly leaves its exoskeleton, it embraces its full form. It's known as an incomplete metamorphosis. It is still very soft as it gets ready to take on the world around them. This unique life cycle, from water-dwelling nymph to agile airborne adults, is why in many cultures around the world they are revered. This type of transformation represents personal growth and the ability to adapt to life's challenges. And in some African cultures, dragonflies represent new beginnings and prosperity. See, like your ancestors before you, even in the softness, you refuse to yield. Despite what many may have been at times seem like concerted and powerful efforts to stop you. But you know your DNA is filled with the generations, that your powerful resilience and calling that encourages you to use your education to sharpen your eyes and tune your ears, to forge a path forward for you, your family, your loved ones, and your community. I had the honor to travel to Ghana, and on the wall of one of the slave castles, the African Genesis Institute marked the words, "We are the children of those who refuse to die." So today, I honor you. I honor your loved ones, past and present, who sacrificed mentally and physically to dream a dream that includes today, your graduation, as an achievement of your wondrous and beloved life's journey. You have allowed yourself to come alive right here. So no matter what is calling you next, know that you are meeting that call with all the knowledge, skills, and experiences that you have gained from your time at, let me hear it, Berkeley City College, woo, woo, College of Alameda, woo, Laney College, and Merritt College. We all Peralta colleges. It's all good. Hey! Hey! And you know, I'm just so blessing, Dr. Shimrit. Thank you for your incredible remarks today. I want to tell you, we went to Cal around the same time and we sang in the Young Inspiration Gospel Choir together. We found it out today, so we're rusty today to sing, but it was a pleasure and honor to be with you. So graduates, as you step into the future, I hope you are open to new connections and experiences, that you never forget that you embody the strength of your ancestors, the knowledge you've gained from the education and life experiences, and you have the ability to adapt to any challenge like the remarkable dragonfly. I am awed and grateful for your trust in us on this journey, May the metamorphosis continue. Congratulations to the class of 2024.
You know, I want to introduce our student speaker. Now, I don't know him real well, but when I met him, he'll blow you away. This brother is sharp. He wants to change the world. So give a big hand for Damian Pope.
I go. I go. I go. Ashe. What if I told you that to step into your future greatness, you must be willing to utilize your past as fuel to drive you there? What if I told you that hurt, anguish, and sadness you've experienced could be transmuted into some of your greatest pleasures? What if I told you that your past or present circumstances do not define you, but they can refine you? Blessings, class of 2024. My name is Damian Roselle Pope Jr., and I have been given the assignment to convey the importance of stepping into our future inspired by our past. See, we all have a past that we may or may not be proud of. We all have trials and tribulations we've had to wade through. But I stand before you all as someone who can share my testimony and gladly say I am not who I was in the past and have utilized my circumstances as motivation to achieve the dreams that a couple years ago seemed to be far out of reach. To get a better understanding of where I come from and what I've been through, I want to go back in time a bit. Flash back to my journey at El Cerrito High School. That's where my educational journey took a turn. Go Gauchos. I was nowhere near the academic scholar that I am today. I was barely breezing through some of my high school courses freshman year. Sophomore year, I had a switch. I'm sorry. Sophomore year, I had a switch and got back on track. But junior year is the year my destiny was under attack. See, I was a youth that kept most of my problems under wraps. I believed people wouldn't hold space for me, nor be able to support or help me. But since middle school, I have been faced with the trial of watching my only living parent struggle with mental health challenges. Feeling scared of what my friends and even some family may think, I kept this truth to myself. As her struggle worsened through my junior year in high school, I started to experience some of my own struggles with mental health. Depression. However, at the time, I was unaware of how my mother's condition was affecting me or what exactly I could do to support her. I felt helpless, so I shut down. Stopped going to school, stopped doing homework. And when I did have that energy to show up, I had masked my reality with what awaited me at home. While at school, I had to deal with the anxiety of worrying if my mom would have another episode. This constantly weighed on my mind and my spirit. So when senior year got around and my mental status didn't improve, I wasn't too shocked to find out that I wouldn't be walking the stage with my class the year 2017. I was ashamed and disappointed in myself for letting myself be held captive by my depression and stress, unable to act and be present. In that moment, I was unable to act for my future because of my past or present circumstances. Now, I don't blame my mother, and I love her dearly for molding me into the man I am today. And I am blessed to have her here today. This is my grandma. I'm blessed to have her here today, too. I don't see her. Let me say, where's his mom? Is his mother here? She's somewhere in here. I don't know where she. Oh, there she goes.
Come on up.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all. I'm blessed to have my mom here today to support me on one of my biggest days. She didn't she didn't choose to struggle with mental health challenges. However, I made the conscious choice to not participate in mine. Fast forward to 2019, 2 years after I was supposed to graduate, I had family up until that time constantly reminding me to finish school, and they were harping on my apparent failure to graduate. But I knew myself and knew I needed time. See, I also started my first job in my senior year of high school to help support myself and my family. So it wasn't like I was just doing nothing with my life. 2019 is when I made the decision to enroll in the West Contra Costa Adult Education Center and finally obtained my diploma and walked the stage proud with my family on the sidelines cheering me on. Fast forward 3 years later to 2022, and that is when I started my first college semester here at Laney College. And from there, I have been fully immersed in school and club activities, and am proud to say that I am presently participating in my life, and I'm graduating with 3 degrees. God has kept me. God has kept me. So the theme of this graduation, stepping into our future, inspired by our past, for this Black graduation hits home for me. I am grateful and blessed to be able to stand before you all as a testimony of where hard work, grit, and determination can take you. As long as you don't give up on you, there is nothing in this world you can't do. There is no goal you can't achieve. If I can overcome my obstacles and reach my goals, then so can you. Don't nobody, not even yourself, convince you otherwise. These trials that you are facing are sculpting you to step into your excellence. In the wise words of James Baldwin, not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it is faced. As long as you continue to run from the challenges that may seem like they are sent to break you, but were really designed to make you, you may never reach your full potential. But I am proud to say that I can look into the crowd and see the Black excellence before me. These are students that chose to tackle their problems head on to reach their goal of graduating today. Whatever your GPA was, you made it here today. Scholarships or not, you made it here today. Support or not, you made it here today. But I would like to ask all of you to ponder upon what's next. What road will you decide to travel down next? Wherever you decide to take yourself, trust and believe that you are going far. So I want to thank those who have made it this far and will continue to go further. And I want to end off with a poem I made for this event called I Want to Thank Those. I want to thank those who've come before me. I want to thank those who are here for me. I want to thank those who come after. I want to thank those who made it through disaster. I want to thank those who switched the tempo to reach their goal much faster. I want to thank those who do it for the people they look after. I want to thank those with no rafters, but you still found ways with no rafters, no support to hold your dreams up like beams, but you still found ways to hold it down. When the sky was falling, you stood firm and held on to your crown. I want to thank those who have family who couldn't be here to see this moment. Their spirit is in the midst, and I want you to know it. They're looking down at you with smiles because you journeyed countless miles. I want to thank those who never gave up, who never stopped pursuing excellence. I want to thank those who almost did. But if it's one thing I know, is your greatness wasn't meant to be hid. Even if you ain't know you can make it this far, God did. Now look at you. Now look at you. I want to thank you for never giving up on you. So thank you. And I hope you continue to admire this view, because better things is on its way to you. Because only you know what you made it through. But today, I want to thank those who are here, because you did that for you. So most importantly, I want you to give yourself a hug and a pat on the back, because I want you to thank you. Y'all did all of that.
Ladies and gentlemen, our keynote speaker is a young man who I'm honored to introduce to you all. Kevin Jenkins is a young man who has demonstrated excellence. Not only did he demonstrate excellence, and you can read his bio in your program, but he's a former trustee of Peralta Community College. After his stint in the Peralta Community College, he became District 6 councilperson for the city of Oakland. He runs from the hills down to the waterfront in District 6 in this city. He's young, he's vibrant, he's intelligent, he's brilliant. And I need you to tune in to share what he wants to give you today in his words as the keynote speaker. After you hear the song of Brother Benton Smith, when he comes, I'm going to ask everybody to stand to receive our keynote speaker for this day, the Honorable Kevin Jenkins, District 6. Councilman of the city of Oakland.
Check. How's everybody doing today? All right. So, Dr. Van Hook, I tell you, Doc, I was at home thinking that this was next week. It was in my calendar as next week, but that was my graduation. So I just grabbed myself and I ran out that door because I represent you, Doc. Yes, sir. And I'm going to give you that song that we said. I'm going to give it, and I have never sung it. I didn't have a chance to rehearse it. But this is what that music education did for me. So you see what I'm saying? This is why I went to school. Yeah, here we go. I've paid my dues time after time. I've done my sentence but committed no crime. And bad mistakes I've made a few. I've had my share of sand kicking me in my face through and through. We are the champions, my friends. We'll keep on fighting to the end. We are the champions. We are the champions of this world. I've taken vows, my curtain calls. You brought me fame and fortune and everything that goes with it. Thank you all. But then no bed of roses, no pleasure cruise. I consider it a challenge before the whole human race that includes you. We are the champions, my friends. We'll keep on fighting till the end. We are the champions. We are the champions, my friends. Oh, my friend. He saw the best in me when everyone else around could only see the worst in me. I know somebody know what I'm talking about in this room. He saw the best in me when everyone else around could only see the worst in me. Oh, he's mine, I'm his. It doesn't matter what I did. He only sees me for who I am. He's mine and I'm his. It doesn't matter what I did. He only sees me for who I am. I am a champion, my friend. Don't keep we are the champions. We are the champions, my friend.
Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord, saints. So I'm so taken aback by the song by Brother Damien. It's just the power in this room, really taken aback. So I just want to thank you guys for allowing me to be here. Dr. Van Hook, Chancellor, trustees, and most importantly, students. It's a profound honor to stand here before you today, not just as a speaker, but a fellow member of this vibrant community. So as we celebrate this momentous occasion, the 16th annual African American graduation, let's take a moment to soak in this atmosphere. Do you guys feel Black excellence in the room? Nah, come on. Do you guys feel Black excellence in the room? So, you know, I look around and I see the next generation of leaders, doctors, lawyers, business owners, I wouldn't wish this on you politicians. So I'm confident that you guys are all going to go out and do great things for yourselves, your family, and most importantly, your community. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Kevin Jenkins. I'm a retired Peralta trustee, and right now my current job, I have the distinct honor and privilege of being an Oakland City Council member for East Oakland in District 6.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is there anybody from East Oakland in here?
Yes, sir.
Come on now.
Deep East.
So this role as being the council member affords me an invaluable opportunity, all right? So I can effectuate change. I can influence the direction of our beloved city, and I can support those who are most in need. But let me be the first to tell you, I'm gonna be like Dr. David, I'm not gonna embarrass my grandmother. I wouldn't be here without God first, and then second, I wouldn't be here without Peralta.
Yes, sir.
So my journey is much like many of yours. I grew up as a kid in Oakland in the projects, living in an urban city. So as a child, how many of you guys remember what you wanted to be? Say it out. Come on, say it out loud. I heard a doctor, a veterinarian, sports physician, a politician. Don't do that. A cosmetologist, and I see some back there too. Okay. So I wanted to be a professional wrestler, a barber, and an NBA player. So let me be the first to tell you, the first two, I would have been a terrible wrestler, a terrible barber, but I definitely could have been an NBA player, but I had to give that up for my community. But I was without sight, I was without vision, and that's what led me to community college. I didn't know what I wanted to do, and so I ended up attending Laney and College of Alameda. So I remember 20 years ago, I know it doesn't seem like I was at College of Alameda 20 years ago, but 20 years ago, I was registering for class, and it was an absolute mess. Waited 2 hours to see a counselor, but I'm glad that it's better now, the process is great. But this isn't a story about direct success, all right? So how many of you guys know what the withdrawal is? So I earned an AA full of withdrawals. That means 60 units of dropping classes. Now you guys are probably wondering, why would they bring somebody up here that has 60 units full of withdrawals? Because it's what Peralta's about. It's about perseverance. It's about not giving up. It's about believing in yourself. When you're thinking you're gonna quit, you're not gonna quit. And I know some of you guys might have the same story. You might not admit it. Some of you guys might have some withdrawals, but you're here today, here in the flesh. And so it's important to never give up. Education is a challenge under the best circumstances. It requires balancing lectures, family, jobs, and the complexities of our day-to-day life. Each of you have faced these challenges head on, and you've succeeded. You should be abundantly proud of yourselves, but let us also remember, we didn't get here alone. There were individuals who supported us at our lowest points, who provided motivation when we were stressed, offered peace and calms during our storms, whether it be your mother, your father, your sibling, your mentor, your teacher, your child. We all owe them a deep debt of gratitude. So I want you to take a moment now, stand up. Graduates, stand up. Call out the name of the person who helped you. Some of you guys are on your phones. Text the person. Jesus Christ. I heard somebody say, my mom, my sister. Remember to always give these people gratitude and always say thank you and I love you. So you guys can be seated. So as we look to the future, the question is, what's next? All right. So some of you guys will continue on to universities. Others will step into your career path. And a few of you guys might return to Peralta Community College as educators, teachers, the next chancellor. And so no matter where your path leads you, I'm confident you'll make a profound impact on our world. Remember to enjoy the journey, celebrate the small victories, and learn from your setbacks. Because life is not a linear journey. It's full of zigzags and unexpected ways. Also, I want you guys to remember the community and the college system that helped you get to where you are. They have given you the foundation of which to launch into your futures. Don't forget to give back when you can. So as the great philosopher Kendrick Lamar said, bear with me for a second, I'm about to put you on game. So I've graduated 5 times. Kindergarten, 8th grade, high school, college, graduate school. Hear me out. The common theme is I can't tell you who the speaker was at the graduation, what they spoke about, who the valedictorian was, probably except for 8th grade, Johnny Cochran was the keynote. But my point being, as the days turn into weeks, the weeks turn into months, and the years go on, you're gonna remember less and less about this speech. So if you can take anything from this speech today, let it be. As you stand on the threshold of your new beginnings, I want to challenge each of you to step into the future, inspired by your past. Do not merely aspire to make a living. I know it's tempting. You see $100,000, $200,000, but that's not what it's about. Aspire to make a difference. The world is vast, filled with endless opportunities and profound challenges. Use the education that you gained here today and the experience to think about a bigger, bolder place and have your heart ready to learn and a spirit ready to continue. Take a moment to envision the impact that you wish to have on our world, the communities that you wish to uplift, the injustices that you're going to go on to fight, and the innovations you'll bring to life, whether it's through volunteering, mentoring, or leading, and remembering that your actions can cause ripples and turn into waves and change across communities across this globe. So I want to be the first to say congratulations, class of 2024. You guys did it. Keep going.